Ball in the hands of Gina Conti to start things off for the Bruins. Comes up short immediately. No second chances. That's going to be key for the Bulldogs, and it's Amy Book with the rebound.
Fresno State starting out in a 2-3 zone. They're really packing it in the paint, forcing UCLA to get them out by making tough shots.
Plenty of time on the shot clock for patience. This is Todorova. Turnover. Taken back. How about that? Bulldogs strike first.
That's tough. They always tell you don't save the ball on the opponent's offensive end. Gina Conti finds out why.
Kiki Rice sizes it up. Not knocked down. And again, the Bulldogs, this time at Tia Mickelson, not going to allow that second chance.
No, they're doing a great job on the boards. That's the thing about a 2-3 zone. It forces them to shoot from the outside, but you have to be able to rebound. So far, Fresno State being able to get it done.
Over the top, tipped by Osborne. Bessoir. Whew, that could have been tipped.
Good defense so far, getting a hand in the passing lane.
Take away. Sydney Deathman had 10 points versus Utah Valley. They go the other way. 2 buckets now. That was Mickelson. Oh, excuse me, I said Mickelson. I think it was West.
UCLA will want to get a good shot here. Preferably not a jumper, maybe a pump fake, take it to the basket, get to the free throw line, get something good out of it.
Shots up, falling short. Good box out by the Bulldogs. Looks a little bigger now. Nice pass over the top, and the reverse didn't finish. Sure was pretty.
Good rebound by Christina Iwala.
Bruins having some trouble shooting. They didn't start off shooting well versus USC. Either had a little trouble early on.
Yeah, it was Bessoir who kept him in that game early on. She was the only one really hitting.
Shot clock is at 8. Bulldog defense wearing down the Bruins. Rice finds air, comes up for the first bucket.
And that's something she does so well. She's done it so far this year. Every game I've seen.
Drive, finish. Yes, ma'am. Sontag gets a hold of it.
Sontag does a good job of coming back to the basketball, which allows her to get the shot off.
That last foul was on Sontag. Loose ball picked up, pushing the pace. Here is Gabby Jaquez.
Leadership, and I think it's something that Fresno State definitely needs against UCLA.
Shot clock. Time and situation always. Watch for the defensive efforts here. The Dogs have held 10 consecutive opponents below their average. Opponents averaging 51 points per game.
UCLA actually not doing as good of a job as they typically do on the offensive rebounds.
Kudos to the Bulldogs. No finish there, Maskowicz in. Bryn Maskowicz over to Lina Sontag. Doors close on her. Oh, Osborne, only white jersey in to finish. Sontag on the board.
Fantastic job sharing the basketball, coming straight to the basketball, and you see why Charisma Osborne is so effective on that last play.
It's an 8-0 run for UCLA. And there's what they need. Hugh Brown on the floor now. Londynn Jones lets one fly. Comes short. Maria Dureste, and if you leave Gina Conti alone, well, she's just going to bucket. And Maya West with the tough task of Londynn Jones. She was having a conversation with Dureste, but the communication didn't didn't fit. They got together after the play and talked it over. Londynn Jones, sticky Spider-Man hands. Again, Fresno State staying out far away from the basket. Final minute of this first quarter. Kickball, loose ball. Conti picks it up. Got options. Tries to herself, but it's always Cameron Brown who's in to try to not allow that second chance.
Yeah, not able to come away with it, but she's going to make you pay. You don't block her out, take a breather on her, she's going to get in there.
A bit of a wild shot.
Cameron Brown is just so impressive to me. She works so hard. She's only 5'11", but she gets in there and plays the 4 for UCLA. Defends the bigs, crashes the rebounds, gets in there amongst the trees, and is super effective.
Corey Close has said that Brown has just prioritized basketball this year. There it is. Beautiful indoor. Osborne, Bessoir to Cameron Brown.
Just some great team offense on that play. Sharing the basketball high-low.
Fresno State went cold at the end. Only one field goal made in the final almost 7 minutes. 6 minutes, 52 seconds. And so a 7-0 run for the Bruins.
UCLA was up in their face, pushing them out. But they also weren't fouling them. So they're driving to the basket and forcing them into tough shots and not sending them to the free throw line. That was the biggest difference. And that energy creates offensive opportunities.
Yeah, and 11 of their 17 points from the bench, Cameron Brown. So Corey Close able to inject some energy in from the bench.
And I love the minutes that Cameron Brown has put together just in this last little stretch. Grabbing offensive rebounds, great defense, and has 4 points in the last couple possessions.
What does Fresno State need to do right now to kind of regain control?
They need to get a good shot. So
there's a nice shot. That foul was on Londynn Jones, her first. Todorova, nice dish right at the bucket. Beautiful sharing.
You lose a couple seconds off the shot clock.
Shots up. Oh, they are
with the on-ball screens. You can't be as much in the face of the offensive player.
Osborne, she's taking it. Wittenberg right out to the corner. Beautiful pass. Yeah, Fresno State keeps hitting those threes. It's going to be a really interesting game. That's their first miss from deep.
Yeah, they'll hit from out there.
Oh, yeah. Osborne takes a long three. Nothing but net. Beautiful art. Jaquez. Now it's really starting to go. Then 11 turnovers, 12 buckets made for Fresno State. There's another one. Now it's a Bruins 10-0 run. It was a Fresno State 8-0 run. Bruins ended the first quarter with a run. Todorova has double on her, takes a shot. Kiki Rice not going to allow a second.
Some smart team defense there. Iwala doesn't foul. Kiki Rice comes over and helps. It's fun to see just from top to bottom.
Jaquez nails both. UCLA has 10 assists on 13, 27 from the field. Let's see more and more. Laying it in, that's Amy Book, transfer from Fullerton. Kiki Rice will call that a butt pass as they go to London, and then he's from Fresno State to try to close this gap again. Inside, it's crowded. Iwala. Rebound. Quick to Rice. What?
That left, put some English on it. I like it, Kiki.
Long ball, that's what they need, and it rattles around and goes. Sontag looks like it's off the mark to the right. Jaquez gets a piece of it. Conti picks it up. And a beautiful finish by Gina Conti.
That's a tough shot. Just getting into they call it the war zone down in there where all the offensive players and the post players are, but Gina Conti, not afraid, gets in there and finishes a tough shot with some contact.
Never afraid. Conti waited all last year, transferred from Wake Forest, was injured, sat out last year, would do 4 or 5 hours of film with Corey Close, even though she wasn't going to play all year. Shot clock is at 5. Shots up. It's pretty. And it's good. Lacey, huge impact today.
Yeah, and we get to see a little bit of everything. She's not just a inside scorer or driver. She can hit the three, too.
UCLA out rebounding 20-8. Take a look at this.
Yeah, Charisma Osborne off of a good screen.
Pass into Bessoir. No finish. Again, English. Conti, strong pass. And Rice, tiptoe. Pass into Bessoir. Now she's on the board.
Finishing off of one leg, which you're never going to get the foul that way. If you come to a jump stop, pump fake, go into the defense, then you can get to the free throw line.
Pass inside. Lina Sontag now in for UCLA, a German for German sub. Bessoir out. No finish, but who's it on the rebound?
Cameron Brown.
Every time. Charisma Osborne. What? She took that from her.
Yeah, I love that. Just staying strong with the basketball, getting through the traffic, and able to finish in the paint. Talking about Londynn Jones in the first half with her Spider-Man sense,
right.
Is able to get the ball. I think Cameron Brown is Superman with her cape flying in, saving the day with offensive rebounds.
Superwoman will make it.
Yes.
Love the finish around the bucket in this half for Kiki Brown.
You love to see that coming in, not backing down, wanting to get her team back in this game, just with sheer effort.
Their chemistry getting stronger and stronger. No good. Osborne with the rebound, and yes, she puts it back in your opponent's backcourt.
I love the energy, though, by Kiki Brown. She's just, yeah, I mean, both teams just playing really hard, and when bodies go flying, when they hit each other, it hurts.
Rice making her 11 points.
Love the step back, recognizing her defense didn't follow her, went underneath the screen, so cuts off the curl and does a nice step back, able to hit it right in the middle of the paint.
Todorova finds her own again. She just needs some help.
She does, and UCLA needs to do a better job of cutting off the right-hand drives.
Cameron Brown in now, as is Gina Conti and Emily Bessoir. And a foul on Bessoir. 4 Bruin fouls. UCLA's only taken 3 free throws. As we look at it again, that is, as you mentioned, incredibly tough assignment. Foul. That's her first points of the game. Being more involved in this second half right now with Osborne on her. Long shot, so Fresno State on a 7-0 run before that Bruin timeout. The impact that Lacey has had. What do you think for Lacey?
I think a lot of that has to do with Lacey getting a body on her.
Wanted to come back home after spending time at Nevada and Long Beach. 2 buckets right there.
This time guarding Kiki Rice.
Big ripped rebound and a great defensive effort by Fresno State. Can they extend their run? Not sure that's a shot you want. This foul is on Jaquez.
Kind of backed off the line at the last minute.
There you go.
A lot like how the defensive intensity of Kiki Brown, those guards at USC are equally as intense, and I think it's a tough assignment because they're coming at you
to try to chip away at this.
I mean, I think they need to continue to do what they're doing. Attack on offense, but continue to get stops defensively, and they've got to make sure they get a body on people.
Fresno State, the clock was at 2 seconds at the time that happened, so Keeping Lacey away.
Yeah, that's just a tough finish. Again, finishing off of one leg. Refs aren't going to give you that foul.
That's a no.
There's some nice two-man action with Iwala. Good post pass, but then hitting her on the cut.
Shot clock at 6. No good. Bruins keeping Book away. A strong pass into Iwala. Corner. She lives for that shot. Charisma Osborne left alone in the corner.
No, you don't want to do that. But credit Gina Conti. She could have gone up with that. She had 2 Fresno State players. She was worried, I think, about them collapsing on her if she went up. But she drew them in just enough to create that open look for Charisma Osborne. And you leave her open that wide open, she's going to knock it down every time.
Yeah, 2 for 4 from 3, had 16 points, does Osborne. Straight through the middle is Tordo.
Kind of eating some time off the clock.
Book shot, no good. I mean, what's really a different look for UCLA is just their depth this year. Doesn't feel like there's any kind of a drop-off. Jaquez turns, again, look at the clock. It's the right shot to take.
Yeah, Fresno State is such good shooters.
There you go, to finish inside. Londynn Jones.
I know we talk about Londynn Jones' defense, but she is a bucket. She can fill it up.
Bessoir takes that turnover. Londynn Jones going to fill it up some more.
Bryn Maskowitz just working her tail off in the paint, trying to stay in front, get that foot advantage.
Kiki Rice.
But instead of just keeping them on their chest and leaving their arms out wide, they're reaching down at the last minute to try to tip that basketball away, and they're picking up a foul.
To what do you attribute that? Like, they're not tired, right? We're getting people in and out.
I think just
being on discipline.
Staying aggressive. I mean, they're like, I can just tip it. And no, right. The ref says, no, that's a foul.
Meanwhile, a great big long bucket for the Bulldogs.
I mean, freshmen have to be allowed to be freshmen at some point, right?
Just for a minute
just
here.
For a second.
As soon as you hit conference play, they're not freshmen anymore. Bessoir from Hawkins. They're going to get a couple of minutes here at the end of the game.
She got sandwiched on that play a little bit.
Hawkins. Bryn Maskowitz. Every Bruin has scored. There have been 22 assists. That's one of the things that Corey Close wanted to see a lot of.
And
and Kiki Rice, 14 points. Gabriela Jaquez, 15 points. Charisma Osborne. Your poison in terms of scores. You talked about it was Bessoir these last couple of games. So it's really must be very difficult to have energy from other people and to allow maybe Jaquez and such to have their game.
Yeah, she contributed in a ton of ways, but it doesn't always have to be in the scoring column.
Little dance around. What does Londynn Jones bring to this team specifically?
I think she brings energy. It's hard when you're bringing the ball up against someone who's just pestering you. You can't take a mental.
Another win for the UCLA Bruins.